What's up, guys? We are on week 4, and we're just getting into talking about positional control, and wanted to make a video. Figured it'd be a lot simpler than just typing all this out. But just like we talked about in the email, the 3 Ds of Jiu-Jitsu for most people are to decide what to work, to drill it. We were looking at drilling it 50 times, and then to do it live. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this formula. That's what we've done the last 3 weeks, and I know for a fact that a lot of people are having success with just focusing on one thing and then drilling it and doing it. And a lot of people have success with that. And you, honestly, if you just follow that program and add 2 moves to each position, you will be in the top 70% of your belt level. And that is not a ridiculous thing to think. You will be in the top 70% of white belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts. But the thing is, we want to break through that top 30%. Break into that top 10% of our belt level. And this is something that I think people don't realize. They don't put into practice, because everything in their jiu-jitsu is about movement. But in truth, if you get good at jiu-jitsu, you should be able to survive or hang out or win from any position. And the reason that this helps, and I'm just going to look at from the perspective of guard passing. For me, in competing, okay, some of the times that I've passed the best guys, the best guards that I've ever passed, were because I was winning on points and I was just trying to stay on top. And I was just standing in their guards. And a lot of the times they passed for me. I just saw those holes. The reason that happened is because I was not focused on my movement. I was just focused on positional control. And that's what I want you doing over this next week, is just focusing on positional control. That does not mean that you aren't allowed to do your 2 moves, your primary or your secondary move. That doesn't mean you're not allowed to. But let's look at it like this. If my primary move was the knee cut pass, all right, and I'm just saying that because that is my primary move when I'm on top. I want a knee cut. And then my secondary move is the Toriando or the bullfighter pass. What I'm going to do is, those are both standing passes. Neither of them are off my knees, so I'm not as focused on off my knees. Obviously, sometimes you're going to get put there. Nothing you can do about it. I'm focused on standing passing, okay? So that means I am going to stand and see how long I can stay on guys without them being able to attack me, without them being able to change the position. I want to be able to choose which position that we go to next and when we go there. What's going to happen when I do that? And it's really hard to comprehend at first. Once you get there, once you try it a few times, you will be amazed by this. You will watch when you could pass or when you can just stay. Meaning, like, I will see my knee cut, like, oh man, I could have went right there and I could have gotten that knee cut. Or, oh man, that was perfect timing for my Toriando. And what you'll also notice is people will literally pass the guard for you off their back because they're taking so much risk. Okay, and then all you're looking at is just keeping your position. If you're looking at closed guard, my attacks are from closed guard. I was doing the omoplata and the triangle from closed guard. What I'm going to do from there is see if I can keep closed guard. Okay, let people mess up on their angles. Let people catch themselves in bad position. And what this will do is it'll help you control the position. If you're not good at control and you're only good at movement, then you have to be moving all the time. And that is the most tiring part of jiu-jitsu. It's just constant movement. If I'm working a bad position, if my goal was to master a bad position, maybe I'm working bottom side control, then I want to be able to survive for a whole round on somebody without having to escape, without having to bridge and build my frames, to just see if I can control somebody for the entire round. So that's what we're looking at this week. Okay, I know we don't put a number on it. We can't be as specific because we're just looking at controlling the position. I think the best way to do it is to take like the first 3 quarters of a round and see if you can keep that position. Sometimes people will just force you to pass their guard. Sometimes people will sweep you or they'll submit you. If that happens, just get right back up to your position and see how long you can hold it, see how long you can maintain it. You'll notice too that you're wasting a lot of energy in certain spots by doing this. Like when you're in closed guard, when you're in closed guard, you'll notice you're squeezing your legs extra hard, and you'll notice that if you ease up on that, you'll save a lot of energy. So that's what we're focused on. Just try to be really cognizant of what's happening when you're trying to control that position. Sorry this video is a little bit long, or a lot longer than the other ones. Just focus on that this week. I'll send you a few more emails just discussing that and getting your input for it. Thank you.